Hi friends, welcome to SSCG Electrical. In the today's video, I am going to explain electrical circuits most important questions. See here, first question, Kirchhoff current law is applicable to. Kirchhoff current law is applicable to which one? Kirchhoff current law is also called junction law. Here the options you can see, the correct option is junction in a network. Junction in a network. Kirchhoff current law is also called KCL. See here, the sum of currents entering the junction is equals to sum of current leaving the junction. KCL is nothing but the sum of currents entering the junction is equals to sum of current leaving the junction. Here I1, I2 and I3 is entering and leaving is I4 and I5. So that both are equal, entering and leaving is equal. Second one, Kirchhoff voltage law is related to. Kirchhoff voltage law is related to junction currents and battery EMFs. Junction currents and battery EMFs, that is, battery EMFs and IR drops, that is correct answer is B and C. So Kirchhoff voltage law is nothing but a KVL and this is related to battery EMFs and IR drops. You can see here. See here, sum of all voltage drops around the loop is equals to 0. Here voltage drop across each resistance is equals to 0. If you add these drops across the each element, it becomes 0. That is, KVL is nothing but the algebraic sum of voltages in a closed loop is 0. See the next one. Superposition theorem can be applied only to circuits having superposition theorem can be applied to circuits having linear bilateral elements. Linear bilateral elements. So D is the correct answer. The concept on which superposition theorem is based on linearity. An ideal voltage source should have large value of EMF, small value of EMF, zero source resistance. Here the input resistance is 0. In case of ideal voltage source, input resistance is 0. So 0 source resistance is the correct answer. And the sixth one, which of the following is non-linear circuit parameter? Which is non-linear? So all are linear. Here non-linear circuit is, which of the following is non-linear circuit parameter? Here transistor is non-linear circuit parameter. Okay. And see the next one. Kirchhoff law is applicable to passive networks, AC circuit only, DC circuit only, AC as well as DC circuits. The correct answer is AC as well as DC circuits. Eighth question. The Kirchhoff law is not applicable to circuit with distributed parameters. In case of lumped parameters, whatever the elements that are present, that is the resistance, inductance and capacitances. And in case of distributed parameters, we can't use the Kirchhoff laws because those are distributed. If you take any wire now, here resistance, inductance, capacitance which are present in this wire, which are present in this line, that is in the line transmission line, we have resistance, inductance and capacitance we consider. And in case of distributed parameters, we can't consider all this. So we can't use the Kirchhoff laws here. So distributed parameters is the correct answer. And next one, which of the following is not a non-linear element? Here not a non-linear element. Here photodiode is non-linear, tunnel non-linear and electrical coil also non-linear. Here not a non-linear. See all are linears. Here heater coil is non-linear. These three are not a non-linears. Only non-linear is not a non-linear is heater coil only. All are non-linear elements. This is the linear element. This is linear one. That is why heater coil is the correct answer. Superposition theorem is applicable to Superposition theorem is applicable to current, voltage and power. A terminal where 3 or more branches meet is known as node. Node is the correct answer. And which of the following is the passive element? Capacitance, ideal current source, ideal voltage source, all of this. Passive elements. Here the passive element is capacitance, because voltage and current sources are active elements. Here the capacitance is a passive element. And next one, 13th question. The peak value of sine wave is 200 volts. Its average value is. Here peak value given, that is peak value of sine wave is Vpk given, that is how much given? 200 volts given. In this he is asking average value. Average value is nothing but a peak value by peak value. See, in case of RMS value, in case of RMS value, maximum value by root 2. This is the relation for RMS value and maximum value. Here he is not asking maximum value, here peak value is asking. So the peak value of sine wave is 200 given, its average value is how much? That is I average is equals to 0.707 into, that is 200. How much? 141.4 you will get. So this is the correct answer. Okay. For 13th question, small correction is needed here. See, 13th question, the peak value of sine wave is 200 volts. Here peak value how much given? 200 volts given. What is the average value? Here the formula is 0.637 into Vpk, that is peak value. So if you simplify, what you will get? 0.637 into Vpk, that is 200. Simplify this, how much you will get? You will get 63.7 into 2, that is how much you will get? 2 7s are 14, 7, so 127.4 you will get. Okay. Now see the question. See here. So 127.4. So this is the correct answer. 127.4 is the correct answer. That is the here peak value given. He is asked the average value. So the correct answer is 127.4. The relation here is average value is equals to 0.637 into peak value. 127.4. Next one you see, for a sine wave with peak value Imax given, what is the RMS value? IRMS is equals to Im by root 2. So Im by root 2, that is 1 by root 2 is nothing but a 0.707, that is 0.707 into Im, that is which one is the correct answer? Second one is the correct answer, 0.707 into Imax. Next one, in a series resonant circuit, the impedance of the circuit is, in a series resonant circuit, the impedance of the circuit is how much? The impedance of the circuit is minimum. See, in series resonant circuit, what happens? XL equals to XC, that is Z equals to R plus J into XL minus XC. So XL equal to XC. So here this total portion, the imaginary portion will be 0. So only resistance only will be there. Z equals to R. So the impedance becomes minimum. Impedance becomes minimum. Again I am repeating, see here, in resonant circuit what happens? Impedance of the circuit is minimum. Why? Because Z is equals to R plus J into XL minus XC, no? Impedance. Here inductive reactance is equals to capacitive reactance. Therefore this becomes 0. So only impedance becomes only resistance. That is why impedance is minimum in this case. Next one, 16th question you see. Sixteenth question, the power factor of following circuit will be. the power factor of following circuit will be unity. In which case the power factor is unity? In case of resistance. In case of resistance only, power factor is unity. See here, power factor can be written as cos pi is equals to resistance by impedance. So in case of resistive circuit, what happens? Cos pi is equals to R by, in case of resistive circuit, what happens? Z becomes R. So R, cos pi equals to R by R. How much? Cos pi equals to 1. So you will get unity power factor in case of resistance. So C is the correct answer. Next one. In a circuit containing RLC, power consumed can take place in, or power dissipation can be takes place in. Power dissipation can take place in resistance. Power dissipation can take place in resistance. Next question. The power factor of electric bulb is, the power factor of electric bulb is unity. Why? Because power factor electric bulb is resistive load. The previous question also same we have discussed, that is power factor cos pi equals to R by Z. In case of electric bulb, it is resistive load, so this total impedance becomes resistance only. So total becomes cos pi equals to 1. So unity. D is the correct answer. The power factor of magnetizing component of current of transformer is, the power factor of magnetizing component of current of transformer is how much? So magnetizing component, the power factor magnetizing component of current of transformer is, so 90 degrees lagging, no? So 90 degrees lagging, so cos 90, it becomes 0. So magnetizing component, here inductor will be there, no? 90 degrees lagging, so pi becomes 90 degrees, cos 90 becomes 0. The purpose of parallel circuit resonance is to magnify. The purpose of parallel circuit resonance is to magnify voltage. Very important concept. The purpose of, in case of series circuit, what happens? Current will be magnified. How you see? In case of series circuit, for example, in case of series circuit, I equals to V by Z. In case of series, what happens? Z becomes only resistance. Impedance becomes only resistance, so Z will reduce. So current will increase. Current will increase. Therefore, current will be magnified. Okay. Current will be magnified. In case of parallel, what happens? Voltage will be magnified. Okay. Next one. In AC circuit, power is dissipated in. In AC circuit, power is dissipated in resistance. Power dissipated in only resistance. Inductance and capacitance are storage elements, no? So it dissipated in only resistance. Next. In parallel RC circuit, the current always dash the applied voltage. In case of parallel RC circuit, you see, in case it is a inductive, it is a capacitor circuit, right? In case of capacitor, what happens? Current leads the voltage. Current leads the voltage. So B is the correct answer. For the same question, if there is a inductance, what happens? Current lags the voltage. In case of capacitance, what happens? Leads the voltage. In case of inductance, lags the voltage. Okay. So you know this. In case of inductor, current lags the voltage. In case of capacitance, current leads the voltage. Next one. The unit of frequency of an AC signal is, the unit of frequency of an AC signal is Hz. So B is the correct answer. While drawing vector diagram for series circuit, the reference vector is, while drawing vector diagram series circuit, the reference vector is current. You know this. Next one. Twenty-sixth question. In an AC circuit, I sin pi is called wattless component. This is the wattless component or reactive component. I cos pi is the active component. In the same question, if they ask I cos pi is called active component and I sin pi is the reactive component, that is wattless component. Okay. In a series resonant circuit, the impedance of circuit is, in a series resonant circuit, the impedance of circuit is minimum. because impedance is equals to R plus J into XL minus XC. So in series resonance circuit what happens, XL is equals to XC. So J component becomes 0. So only R only will be there. So impedance becomes minimum. The value of operator J square is, J square is minus 1. J square or I square, it is minus 1. The resonance curve of series circuit is a plot of frequency versus. A resonance curve for series circuit is a plot of frequency versus current. So A is the correct answer. So frequency will be here and current we take on y axis. So curve will be like this. So current we will take on y axis, frequency we take on x axis. So after the resonance it is lagging. In case of series circuit what happens? After the resonant frequency it is lagging, and before the resonance frequency it is leading, and after the resonant frequency it is inductive in nature, before it is capacitive in nature. Next one, higher the quality factor of series circuit is, higher the quality factor means narrow its pass band. The curve becomes narrow, so narrow its pass band. Higher the quality factor, narrow its pass band. With the low quality factor it becomes broader its pass band, you can say, okay, or greater its pass band. Next one, selectivity of a different resonance circuit are compared in terms of their selectivities of different resonance circuits. Selectivity of different resonance circuits are compared in terms of their bandwidths. Selectivity of different resonance circuits are compared in terms of bandwidths. Selectivity is nothing but a resonance frequency by bandwidth. Bandwidth by resonant frequency. Selectivity is nothing but a bandwidth by resonance frequency. So here answer is bandwidth. The ratio of bandwidth to the resonant frequency is called, just now we have seen here, that is selectivity. The same question he has asked, just slightly modified. The ratio of bandwidth to the resonant frequency is selectivity. Next one. Next one. The dual of loop is node pan. It is not node pan, it is node pair. So pair of nodes will be those are independent. The dual of loop is node pair. The dual of loop is node pair. So B is the correct answer. The series elements of band stop filter is, parallel combination of L and C is the correct answer. So parallel combination of L and C. So parallel combination of inductor and capacitor will act as tank circuit, so that it will act as a band stop filter. So for band stop filter we use parallel combination of inductor and capacitor. So these are some of the most important electrical circuit questions. So thanks for watching this video. Please like this video and share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you.